try to protect home court. Victory eluded them last time in Chicago when they faced the Bulls.
Ready to go?
And the fact they still had a chance to win that game, I find to be somewhat amazing because it was clearly an off night for most of their guys.
Yet, despite that, it was close enough that they didn't need a perfect game from everybody. A hot hand or a bounce here or there might have gotten them over the hump.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's McDermott in at the 3. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And you don't have to go too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost that one. They just had an inability on that day to make shots.
You know, sometimes we talk about a defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, Greg, but that night they got up in their own heads. Just got in their own way and couldn't get out of it.
Hands of the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Butler attacking, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Butler's got the opening bucket of the night here for Chicago.
And for Jimmy Butler, so much improvement over his young career, especially as a shooter. His rookie year, he shot just 18% from 3. Last season, he shot 38% from there.
And he gets the bucket. And Ba'amute has got himself on the board with 3 there. The Clippers on defense. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game play. And the shot is good.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Getting back to Jimmy Butler's shooting, he looks fantastic with his form now. He's worked so much on his mechanics, as you know, Greg. So much dedication, and that hard work has really begun to pay off.
And you know what? Jimmy Butler should serve as an example for so many young players of what can be accomplished with the tremendous work ethic. I mean, this is a guy that shot the ball well from behind the arc, 83% from the free throw line. And you wonder, given this young man's fortitude, just how much higher those percentages go and how much better he can become.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Jordan with a screen on Gibson. And Ba'amute can't get it to go.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it. Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. And Ba'amute has got 5.
Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
Stolen by Pierce. Paul passes to Pierce. Back to Paul. The dish to Reddick. For 3. Chicago grabs the miss. And it's Rose.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this stuff.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Butler dishes to Gasol. The jump hook again, Chicago.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
Chicago leading by 3. Rose attacking, and he uses the glass on the layup. Rose has got his second bucket of the night.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Now Butler, following Chris Paul's three-point attempt. 5 on the clock. And again, it's Derrick Rose. Rose has got 6 points.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Not a lot you can do as a defense when they keep getting the ball in the paint like this.
Now, here's Mbamute. He's got 5, and there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's foul number 2 for him. Paul kicks to Mbamute. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Tony Snell's checked in for Butler, and Moore subbed in for Derrick Rose.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Here's Snell after Paul Pierce's score. Gibson, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim. And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just...
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
As a flop.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
The Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
Now here's Paul. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Just with the 3. They get the rebound. The pass to Pierce. And Mbamute dishes the ball. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
How about the excitement right now that he's playing the game with? I love it.
He capped that dunk off with some serious hang time on the rim.
I tell you what, he just couldn't contain himself on that one.
Clippers trail by 3. It's Pierce with the drive. For the 3. Gasol with the rebound. McDermott with it. He's against Mbamute. Snell, no good.
High quality shot. Just a little off there with the release.
And Greg, that has him S-H-H-ing, shaking his head. Tough miss that time.
Now here's Redick. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
And stolen by Redick. Paul passes to Jordan, and he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Now here's Redick following the miss by Taj Gibson. Off target from the wing.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And Redick is just an unbelievable three-point shooter. It's not just his volume, it's his pinpoint accuracy. By the end of last season, Redick was 40% from behind the arc for his career.
Here's Moore. He's coming off a 13-point game against Golden State. And Gasol with the dunk.
Man, can you always depend on him or what? to lead you to the right place with that pass. Money.
Jordan, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam?
Redick with the bucket.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Inabamute kicks to Redick. Here's at the elbow. McDermott with a steal. And here comes the break. Finishes the break with a slam.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And Moore kicks to Snell. Moore against Pierce. Shot clock at 5. Shoots. Another one falls for Chicago. 58 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And here's Redick. 10 points for him. Passes to Paul. The three. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
Here's McDermott. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Snell. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And so Snell nails both of them.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
To the inside. Kicks it out to Paul. Back to Pierce. 16 seconds left to play in the first quarter. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Now here's Pierce. The drive by Jordan, and that one goes long.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
And DeAndre Jordan not a focal point offensively for this team, but as a defender, he understands.
I'm not really a big scorer for our team, but that's not my job. My job is to defend.
Jordan, a man who knows what his job is, and he likes his job, Clark, and does it very, very well. He is excelling.
Yeah, he is. He may not be the NBA's Defensive Player of the Year, but he is certainly the Clippers' Defensive Player of the Year. Jordan's become a defensive beast, an animal defensively, and really the thing of it is he's still learning and growing. He's going to continue to get better, which is scary.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So for Chicago right now, Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Tony Snell is out there with Etuan Moore, and it's McDermott in at the 3 slot. There's the triple. Kept alive. Gasol dishes to Gibson. And it's Moore penetrating. Back to Gibson. Snell from outside. The Clippers grab the miss. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Gasol, and it's blocked by Jordan. And now in transition is Pierce. Here we go. And he goes in for the dunk.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
McDermott passes to Moore. 3-pointers. Snell. Back to Gibson. Now here's McDermott. He's guarded closely. Outside Gibson. McDermott with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Redick for three. Moore with the block. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Snell, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
Redick with the three, and a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
And, you know, J.J. Redick has shown steady improvement in his game. He entered the league as a spot shooter off the bench. Last season, averaged over 30 minutes a game for the Clippers. He's come a long way.
And Redick has improved every phase of his game over every year, especially in the area of efficiency. Shooting over 47% from the field last year. And Greg, that by far the highest in his career.
Yeah, and in his mid-range jumper last year, just automatic. The turnovers per minute averaged also ridiculously low. Even improved as a defender. Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Unloads. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal. He's shooting at a 4 of 9 clip. The Bulls leading by 7. Out to the wing. That's a 2 from Snell. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And so Snell nails both of them.
Take a look at what Snell's done. He has 8 points, and he's done his job at the charity stripe. He's gotten 4 of his points from there.
And that's a good place to get them. They don't come easier than that. You've got to get yourself there first.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
6 on the shot clock, and the foul on Paul Pierce. That's his first foul. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Moore with it. He's picked up by Paul. Hacked on the shot, and he'll have 3 chances at the line. Here's a look at the 2K leaderboard. It's certainly been a good month for these teams on the offensive glass. Number 1, the Bulls.
They have gone all out to win the rebounding battle every night, and it's been paying off. I mean, the second chance points thus far have been really impressive.
And that one misses. He's off on the second.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
It's first triple of the second quarter, 3rd of the game.
Moore outside. Here's McDermott. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. McDermott's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's wide open. He fires. The Clippers keep it alive. Second shot opportunity, and it will go. And the Bulls' lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Mbah-a-Moute. Chicago's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. McDermott, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Here is Mbah-a-Moute, and Gasol sends it back. McDermott, no one around him, and again it's the Bulls from deep. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Bulls.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective, is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Mark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out, almost like the 1-2 punch.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. To the right side. Here's Bairstow. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
That was a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. The Bulls leading by 8. Pass to Portis. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
Got a hand on it. They retain possession. Shot's good. Aldridge has got his first 2 points of the night. Well, Chicago has gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. And that one's good. Brooks has got the lead back up to 10 now for the Bulls.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Johnson, a wide open look, misses the 3.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you should miss.
And, Kevin, while we have a moment here, let's take a look at the Bulls and see where they ranked over the last month in the NBA stats. First in rebounding, first and second chance points, and they're number 2 shooting from the stripe. I'd say they've taken advantage of the charity at the free throw line.
And also, I love their work on the boards. I mean, they put multiple bodies in the paint. Truly a team effort, and that's why they're the best in the league.
Guys, Wesley Johnson, 4th overall pick back in the 2011 draft. Everyone thought he would have the jump shot to become a prolific scorer, and Clark, the length to defend at a high level.
Yeah, you know, in his rookie year, he averaged 9 points a game. Last year, his 5th, he averaged 10. I think it's to the point where he is what he is.
Pass to Portis. Back to Brooks. There's the 3. The rebound by Johnson. Clippers trail by 11. Rivers kicks to Johnson. Fires for 3. From deep three-point range, cannot hit. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Brooks with no one around. Again, the miss by Brooks.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
To the middle, here's Portis. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Josh Smith. The Bulls have converted 4 of 7 free throws on the night.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
So he gets them both. And the Clippers call time here.
Clearly, he's not pleased with all the looks they've given up on the inside, and also to get them to tighten up that defense.
Yeah, and I think he's going to let them know about it. I mean, they're playing some soft interior defense, and you can't win that way. That's a recipe for disaster if you're not going to play with some physicality inside.
Johnson left side. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Bairstow, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Bairstow's got 4 this quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Johnson double-teamed, feeds it to Smith, and out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. To take a look at the Warriors. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, Los Angeles, just way behind.
You know, for Los Angeles, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
I was one of those who was thinking that thought, that they would take a big leap. It's still not too late. No better place to get right and tight than at the postseason.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Johnson from outside, and the shot is good. Johnson's got 9 points.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority #1 for this defense.
Absolutely. You cannot allow a team to have that kind of a rhythm from beyond.
Brooks dishes to Bairstow. Here's more. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Clippers trail by 11. The 3 from Johnson. Offensive rebound. Another shot. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Moore with the bucket.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
Here's Bairstow, and he goes in for the dunk.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining.
And so that's the end of the first half.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. We've been watching a pretty lopsided game through. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. Some nice stretches of basketball from them. And at one point, and that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. You look at J.J. Redick, what a contribution.
And the threes, they just dropped for him consistently. He was in a zone in that first half.
I'll say, I mean, this couldn't have been a more productive day for him from long range so far.
We've got Crawford. Cole Aldrich is out there with Smith. Then it's Johnson, and it's Rivers in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Here's the teardrop, and that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Clippers trail by 15. Crawford outside. Down low. Out to Smith. Johnson outside. And the 3 off target.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too. It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Butler with the ball, and Crawford picks him up defensively. Stolen by Rivers. And here we go. Clippers running again. Crawford's shot is good.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Butler attacking.
Oh, my goodness. He's just getting nasty on him now. Wow.
Yeah, now that they've built up a lead, this is when he really breaks out those incredibly slick moves.
Man, like a Ginsu knife, just slicing and dicing.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. And Mbah-a-Moute comes in for Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And Chris Paul subbed in for Rivers. Rose kicks to Gibson. Three-pointer, Butler, good. Butler's got 9 points.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Dishes to Redick. The tray, and again, it's the Clippers from deep.
A little bit of a defensive breakdown there. He's not the guy you want to leave open on the perimeter. You've got to stay attached to him.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And guys, something new for the NBA is the HGH testing that's been put in place. It's something the league hasn't had too many issues with or even accusations, but better to stamp it out early. And hard to argue that it should be in place.
5 on the clock. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Clippers trail by 11. The feed to Johnson. It's Redick on the wing. Here's the screen. Kicks to Mbah-a-Moute. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And with the HGH test, it's done in every major sport. Seems like the right thing to do for the NBA. Just make sure everyone is on a level playing field, so to speak.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think the punishment will be fair. First positive gets you a 20-game ban. The second one, 45.
Outside Rose. Butler at the elbow. Mirotic has a wide open look. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Clippers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter.
Yo, Wesley, get him!
It's Redick on the wing, defended by Butler. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Redick. And while there's a break, here's a collection of the shooting guards that have made an impact with their passing this season. The leading assist men among 2 guards. 5th, Jimmy Butler.
And what that group has a great understanding of is the importance of ball movement. I mean, they can all create their own shot, but their superb ability to set up teammates really stands out.
Yeah, I think you've got to attribute it to the unselfish attitude that each of them has. I mean, sure, they're going to attack and make sure they get their points, but they get just as much satisfaction in racking up assists, too. These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
bringing it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Yes,
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight. A chance now to see the numbers for Jordan. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. He's averaging 14 points a game, 14 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Sure is. I mean, he thinks every rebound is his, and most of them are. That's why he's putting up such big numbers.
Outside Rose. Outside Butler. Shot clock at 6. Fires from the line. Here's Gasol, and count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and also the way they've been able to generate points off of the turnovers that they forced tonight has also helped.
And stolen by Jordan. Johnson with it. Now guarded by Gibson. And Redick kicks to Johnson. Here's the 3. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Rose passes to Butler. Rose attacking and taken away by Paul. Here's Johnson. Look at that.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
I tell you what, guys, I don't care what the score is. That's the play we're going to remember when this game is over.
Timeout. Timeout for the Bulls. Guarded.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and retool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Portis, he's checked in for Gasol. Tony Snell comes in for Taj Gibson. Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for Butler. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. Brooks kicks to Mirotic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve. Effective in the playoffs. Really a joy to watch in his first year.
And interesting, so much hype going into the season was about Dougie McDermott.
Yes.
And whether or not he was going to be in the running for Rookie of the Year. It ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
Moore. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Brooks has got 3 assists in the game. Redick with it. Now guarded by Mirotic. Johnson double-teamed. And, oh, here we go. Brooks got it. The fast break chance. Finished off the break. Brooks has got his second basket.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
For Mirotic, he was most valuable late in games, guys. From March on, he led the league in fourth quarter points per game.
The Bulls leading by 13. And it's Moore penetrating.
And for that note about Mirotic, in the fourth, he outscored LeBron and Westbrook that month. That's impressive for any player, much less a rookie.
No luck that time either. The Clippers shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Johnson from outside. Here is Mbamute, and he gets it to go. Mbamute has got 5 points in the quarter.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
And there's Mirotic on the assist by Brooks. And the Bulls lead by 14.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Redick with the bucket.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
And it has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball. They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And there's a whistle that goes on Luke Mbamute. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we will head to the line for 2. Bulls have made a little more than half their free throws today, 7 of 12. And both free throws good for Brooks. 50 seconds left to play in the third. And here's Johnson outside. No good. And it's Chicago the other way.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And they're pushing it up. Here's Snell, and he gets it to go. Snell's got 10.
I love the killer instinct he shows right there, exploding to the rim to add to the lead.
Here is Mbamute. Rebound by the Bulls.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot. And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Chicago. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Clippers trail by 19 on the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's McDermott in at the 3 slot. Redick for 3. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
They have got to get a hand in his face. I mean, he's unconscious from out there.
Rose dishes to Gibson. Here's McDermott. Offline with his 3. L.A. has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. From deep, count that one. And that's now 21 points for Johnson.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Redick for 3. Some solid defense from Butler.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. McDermott passes to Butler. The 3. That drops. And the Bulls lead by 16.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Here is Mbamute, and down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates, no doubt. I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. McDermott kicks to Gibson. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. The basket falls, and that's going to be a blocking call.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Redick dishes to Mbamute. That's good. Mbamute has got 4 this quarter.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in a hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Clippers trail by 17. Shot's good from Mbamute. Mbamute has got 26.
He is setting this place on fire, fellas. His shooting has been off the charts.
Butler attacking, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season, won the Most Improved Player of the Year award, really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
Here is Mbamute. Oh, he got hacked on the three-pointer. He'll head to the line. Taj Gibson picks one up.
Really an extraordinary game for Luke Mbamute. 8 rebounds and some big-time point production as well. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
And yeah, Clark, what an example he's been setting out there. This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Rose passes to McDermott. Back to Rose. Left side Gibson. And stolen by Redick. Now here's Redick, the fast break opportunity. The Clippers keep it alive. Now here's Mbamute. Guarded closely. Los Angeles with another miss. The Bulls leading by 15. From downtown. McDermott can't get it to go.